everything was still done like a teleplay almost.
Yeah,
You know, that
they were staged and blocked out like a play, just with cameras running.
Well, and that's even how Honeymooners was. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the beginning of television, and it's like now you have to cut. Well, I mean, this is even 15 years ago, as you probably know, but every 7 seconds there has to be a cut because people can't pay
people
attention.
lose interest. They have to. The real pioneers of the whole thing, obviously, Desi and Loosey.
Right.
Desi Arnaz was a genius when it came to
Hitting his wife.
beating his wife.
Teaching her to shut
What
up.
happened? Lucy, did you buy a new dress? And then
With
he
money you earned.
beat the shit out of him. Me the coqueras,
Conveyor belt of fists.
Ricky, don't beat me anymore. Wah, Ethel.
Hey, Rick.
Yeah.
You beating Lucy? Maybe I'll punch Ethel in the face.
He could
Oh,
actually,
honestly, Fred.
he could actually just give her fucking haymakers
Oh,
while his dick was in another woman.
Oh, yeah, he would be fucking one of the dancing girls from the show at the Tropicana and punching Lucy's fucking face. And she was that fair redhead, so she was a bleeder.
Yeah.
Oh, you could just smash her in the nose. Blood would come shooting out. Oh, it was amazing. The lost episodes of I Love Lucy.
We can't air this one,
Yeah,
Desi.
her name was Bertha. They called her Lucy because of her teeth after he would punch her in the face so many times. Yeah, you got another Lucy? I feel another Lucy. Just smashing her in the face with his big his hairy Cuban fist.
Yeah.
Lucy.
Last name Ball, because that's what he was doing to every woman on set but her.
He'd give her a Lucy and then Ball all the fucking. I got a new name for you, Lucy. Lucy Ball.
Do you like it, Lucy? I wonder if she cried like that in real life.
Oh, God, you'd have to pound her.
Oh, yeah, I don't
Shut the fuck
wouldn't even
up.
blame him.
He was quite a genius.
He was. No, I mean.
He came up with the 3-camera shoot. All these old shows, and I Love Lucy was, I think, 1952 to 1955. So you're talking really early in the 50s. And that came from a radio show that Lucille Ball was involved with. And that's how they came up with I Love Lucy. But
A lot more shiners when they were on radio.
oh, and radio, there's no camera.
Yeah.
You could just punch her right in the face, knock her head into the mic.
Do all her jokes with an ice pack on.
Ah, Ricky.
So Ricky was so good, he figured, let's get 3 cameras. We'll do one as a wide shot, and then we'll have close-ups on people and a different wide shot. It was brilliant. So
look
at that.
Yeah, up until the mockumentary was kind of style that they do now. This is the standard of sitcom.
Yeah, it just lasted forever, and they still
over half a century. Yeah.
They still use this formula for sitcoms and the multiple sets. Like you said, the Honeymooners, which, by the way, the Honeymooners was after I Love Lucy.
Oh,
which
was
is
it?
oddly
That's
enough.
right, yeah.
But they were still doing some of that old style television where it's a single set.
A lot of
one
single
camera,
shots, yeah.
One camera.
Yeah.
I mean, if they had to, and you see this a lot in the Honeymooners, if they had to go from a wide shot to a close-up, it usually pushed in. And then they'd have problems with focus and everything. It just looked, believe me, I love it. But Desi Arnaz is the one that came up with all that and made Desi Lou Studios and made so many of those shows that I love. Star Trek came out of there. Mission Impossible came out of there. A lot of the Paramount shows from the 60s and 70s were all Desi Lou productions.
Well,
and,
you still
brilliant.
see his name on trailers just around when you see the Star Wagons and the trailers.
Oh, yeah,
you still
yeah.
see Desi written on a lot lot of the doors
Isn't
when you're
that
just walking
amazing?
through New York.
They call him Desi. Yeah. You're in the Desi apartment.
Yeah.
You fucking, here's the Lucy one with the blood. The blood on the door like she had to push in and she was bleeding from the schnoz.
Yeah, he took. It is pretty interesting though that was an interracial relationship. He had so much power. Like see.
Yeah, that's how they
You see that all the time in New York when they're filming. Yeah.
You have Loosey. You have Desi. Isn't that funny? Desi was also a real fanatic with home movies. He loved the 8mm cameras, and there is so much documentation of their lives together with their kids, Desi Arnaz Jr. and what's the other one? Lucy Jr. I don't know.
Toothy Lucy.
With her other Lucy Arnaz. Was it Lucy Arnaz? Did they name their daughter Lucy?
Was it Lucy
pretty
Arnaz?
fucked up. I think it.
I want to say that they're not involved in show business, but there is a bloodline that still like has accepted awards and stuff.
Yeah. Lucy remarried after that, after Desi, but they always had kind of one of those rocky but loving relationships. There was a love-hate thing between Lucy and Desi. It's an amazing story that they have. It's not just I Love Lucy. Like their whole story of their marriage, the fact that they had to pitch a show where it was an literally one of the first shows on television in America back during some of the most racist times ever was an interracial couple, and it was a problem. The studio did not want Desi Arnaz playing that part
at all. Yeah.
They wanted a white guy in there, and Lucy insisted that Desi Arnaz had to be the fucking guy.
Yeah, I think if you get hit enough, you will insist.
You will insist. Well, you go in there and tell them again, Lucy.
We were not going to do this show with just you.
Yes. Unless you want the name to be Missy.
Yeah.
Because you won't have any teeth. You'll be lucky you're Lucy and not Missy.
Or it will be Tracy, where they take the chalk around your body.
Hey, Tracy. Oh, fuck. I can show you a few Tracys I knew back in Havana. And that's not a Cuban name. Tracy. That escalated quickly.
I know, didn't it? We went from a good lesson of old Hollywood,
right,
which is very fascinating.
Of course, murder.
It's so hard to not bring up how he was, but but the way that they did get it on TV was, I mean, I studied that in film school.
Yeah, everybody.
It's incredible
because it is an amazing story, and their success with other shows and the Desilu studio after that. And it's funny to watch because, like I said, I watch all those shows, and you see so many of the production. First of all, the stars, the guest stars and everything, were all crossovers on all those shows. But you see a lot of production crossover with Canon and Mannix and Mission Impossible and Star Trek.
And character crossover as well.
Character crossovers.
Actor crossover where, you said, this guy who was in...
always.
It was almost like they had the extras that talked, and they just used this crop,
and
for
sets,
a while.
Like they'd use common sets where you'd be like, like Mission Impossible. I saw an episode where they were supposed to be in some communist bloc country dark prison, and it's like, oh, that's where Captain Kirk and Spock were locked in during the Roman episode. Right. And music is another thing. You'll hear like a little musical interlude during something on Canon, and I look at IMDb, and it was the same guy that did music for Star Trek or something else. So props would turn up. Just last night on Mannix, they were in the Brady Bunch house.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they were sitting in the fucking Brady Bunch house. There's a picture of Mannix and what's his name, John Ritter, with John Ritter holding a gun on Mannix in front of the Brady Bunch stairs. Really? It takes you right out of the Mannix.
Just finding just a dead guy in the full house.
Yeah. Mom always said, don't play with guns in the house.
Yeah.
But yeah, they use the Brady Bunch house quite a bit in Mannix.